Happy Tuesday. I am so glad that you're here. Today I want to talk a little bit about miracles. They aren't just for the Bible. They aren't just in the Old Testament. They aren't just in the New Testament. They didn't stop in Acts when the Holy Spirit came upon the people. There are modern day, everyday miracles, even in 2023. And I want to talk about I want to share some encouragement today that miracles can happen for all of us at any time, whenever God chooses. So back in 2022, I felt like God was inviting me or nudging me to pray for one of my children, to pray for our daughter. And I was invited to fast for her for the whole month of September. I invited a few of my friends to fast with me, and we were fasting not just for my daughter, but we were fasting for our daughters. And there was breakthrough for all three of them, but I'm only going to be talking about the experience that I had with my daughter, and I asked her permission to share. So the whole month of September, we fasted. And to be honest with you, I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember what we fasted. I just remember fasting. And it didn't really feel like anything was happening or like anything was going on. And that's fine. I fast out of obedience to God. And so that's what I was doing. Well, on the very last day of the month, she was coming home from for the weekend from college, and she was driving her car, and she called and she said, "Hey," she goes, "there's something wrong with my tire. I think it's vibrating really, really bad when I'm driving, and I don't know what to do." Well, she wasn't that far from our house, but even if she was, we would have gone anyway. So my husband and I got in our truck and we went to go meet her. And when we got there, he checked the tire pressure on all of the cars, on all of the tires, and he found that one was extremely low. So he was praising and thanking God that that was all it was, and that was an easy fix. And so he pumped up her tire. He chose to drive her car. She drove our truck. This was the day after I'd had surgery, so I was on crutches. And I could have driven, but it was better that I didn't. And so we ended up following him. And so he drove her car home. So not 5 minutes down the road, it was probably more like 2. We're watching him drive her car, and the tire starts vibrating uncontrollably. The car itself starts shaking. And the next thing we know, the car is, hydroplaning, I guess is the best way to say it, but it wasn't hydroplaning, but it was like going across traffic, and it ended up in this grassy field. Now, the significance of this is multiple. One, it was a 2-lane highway, and there were no cars coming at that particular point in time, at that particular moment when and I don't even know, I think it was the control arm. We found out later that the control arm broke. And so he had no control over the steering. He had no control whatsoever. So the car was going to go where the car was going to go. So there was no traffic coming. So he hit nobody. Nobody hit him. The road that we were driving, the highway that we were driving, is full of turns and twists. And on both sides, it's lined with trees and it's lined with water. This was the one spot on that road that was a grassy area. It was like a triangular grassy area that was before the trees and before the water. And literally, it was as though God just put that right there and put us right there at that particular point in time for him to land safely in the grass, off the road, no cars coming, no water, no trees. And he was driving, not her. I'm sure she would have been okay, but I would have been panicked. I don't know if I would have known how to handle it. So the fact that God protected her, that she called when she did, that we came where we were, and that my husband was able to drive it from that point on, because literally if she had driven 5 more minutes on her own, or less than 5 more minutes, the control arm would have broken and she could have been either killed or seriously hurt. And I truly, truly believe that God spared her life, and that he had myself, my prayer partner, and another friend pray and fast for the whole month of September to save her life. So that's just one miracle in a whole line of miracles. Our family is experiencing another miracle right now too, and I'm not really at liberty to share the details of that one yet because we're still in the middle of it. But when I get the permission, and it's not my story to tell, but when I get the permission, or if I get the permission, then I'll share that one as well. But I just want to encourage you today. Miracles happen even today in 2022, 2023. I guess it was 2023. I'm sorry. We're in 2024 right now. So it was September of 2023 because it was last year. My fault. But anyway, miracles happen. They don't discount that. If you need a miracle from God, cry out to him and talk to him. Ask him if he wants you to pray and fast about it. Ask him if there's something that he wants you to do to be a part of it. But miracles happen. So if you need prayer, put it in the comment section, or you can email me. My email is down below, and I would love to pray with you. If you liked this video, you can hit the like button. If you would subscribe, I would truly appreciate it. And if you would share it with your friends, I'd love it even more. There's other links and so forth down in the link section down below. So you can check out other things down there if you want to. But I just wanted to pop in and give you that encouragement about miracles of today, about prayer works, and about listening and obeying God, because I don't know what would have happened if we had chosen not to fast for her for the month of September, but I'm so glad that I don't have to find out. And I'm glad that she's still around and that God completely took care of her, and he took care of the rest of our family as well. So have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next week.